I think for us, it's really all about playing with a great level of grit and
Mm-hmm.
resiliency. I'm always preaching to our guys the term that we use, um, man up. It's an acronym that I've used with our guys where it's kind of our core values. Where M for us is you gotta be highly motivated. A is your attitude. Is about mindset of doing things the right way when you're expected to doing it. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and you got to have a level of nasty at the pro level. You got to be willing to go to a dark side sometimes. You can't always be a nice guy. You got to,
Mm-hmm.
at the highest level, there's a very fine line you gotta kind of traverse in order to get to the next level. You for you is united. Our level of unity has to really um, be prevalent when uh, adversity is really presented to us. And P is pride. For me, you have a level of pride and passion for who you're representing in this organization. And so you got to recognize that it's bigger than you. Your actions and your professionalism are always being, let's say, evaluated. So, and overall, the meaning of man up is just taking responsibility for what you're expected to do. Similar to, let's say, being a parent, you have to man up and do the things you have to do to take care of your family.
Agree.
So
Yeah.
that's something that I feel if we embrace that mentality, that culture, that's something that we can kind of keep building upon brick by brick. Um, we call we have a term called chopping wood, where we just chop wood every single day at practice and get ready for that cold winter, and so that we're prepared when to make sure that our house is taken well taken care of when it's cold outside and the environment is harsh.
Yeah, that's a great, that's a brilliant acronym that you impart to your players, and I'm pretty sure that would stick to them. It's not, it's not gonna be, it's gonna be hard for them to forget that whenever they're gonna sleep at night when they go to practice the next day. It's really gonna stick to them, and every game they'll remember that. But then I'm also curious about your team. Like when I watched them play, like you have Rain and Batak, who's actually pretty clutch. Like he's made a ton of clutch baskets in his young career, but then some of these last few games, you guys had like subpar execution compared to your opponent in the clutch time. So do you think with a young squad, it's really it's not far fetched that young squads experience those kinds of losses? But then for you, is there any other way for them to actually become better at it rather than or is it just gaining experience or exposure because through the repetitions here at the pro level?
Um, there's nothing like in-game experience to really prepare you for future success.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to just go through the fire at times. It's not something that you can show on video, or you can try to explain to a young player like a Karakot or Sisjo or Santillan. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
they played at a high level in college, but obviously, evidently, when you get to the next level, it's a whole new um, pace. Um, there's a whole new level of force that you need to play with, a whole
Mm-hmm.
level of focus you have to have. Guys are bigger than you. They're just as fast as you.
Mm-hmm.
They're either as skilled or even more skilled than you. And I think some of our young guys, they go through that stage of, oh wow, I'm playing against my idol right now, and those type of moments of truth, of being at the pro level. And so um and in the you can't simulate type of crunch moments at practice. With you can't simulate thousands of fans, you know, at an arena and knowing you're on national television, and you just try to make sure your guys are ready mentally for those type of things, uh, and you can't fast track those moments for young guys. And I'm glad we went through a lot of those moments, and I feel it's gonna really prepare us to have a bounce back conference and season this year, because these guys went through those moments of truth where they really had to deal with a high level of adversity.